Mr. and Mrs. 𝗍𝗵𝗍𝗁 happily carrying their firstborn son after suffering barrenness for good 14 years. Yes, since their marriage in 2009, they have been looking for the fruit of the womb, which never came. Medical results showed there was nothing wrong with either of them, but every time the wife conceived, miscarriages followed.
Nakwazirana 2009.
We got married in the year 2009, and in 2012, my wife conceived, and it was later confirmed at the hospital. 7 months down the line, the pregnancy disappeared without any bleeding.
Inapezeka kuti mimba ijapanga disappear ngati miskale without any bleed.
The confusion was unimaginable. Every day brought pain, sorrow, and shame from family and friends.
Munthu woti ulibe mphatso ya mwana.
It was very painful for us to live from 2009 to 2022 without fruit of the womb. People were calling us names, and others labeled us Satanists, alleging that we offered my wife's womb as sacrifice to get riches.
They endured numerous torture from witch doctors and fake preachers of the word who promised them solutions.
We were ignorant then. We visited several witch doctors in very far places. We also visited different churches and ministries. We have been to almost all famous prophets in Malawi.
They confessed to have lost millions of money in their search for the baby, and on one occasion, they were instructed to drink 20 liters of dirty water for cleansing and purification, just for them to have a child of their own.
On that
day, they brought 20 liters bucket of water and attended to my wife first. She was instructed to bath using that water, which was mixed with dry leaves, and she was warned not to wipe dry the water, but let it dry on its own. For doing so would mean she was wiping off the children. Then came my turn. They placed another 20 liters bucket of water by a pit latrine. In my mind, I told myself that I was also going to bath. To my surprise, I was instructed to drink all that 20 liters of water and their watch. I drank the water for 2 hours. I would drink, and when I felt full, I would go and vomit it out.
They heard of the miracles God was doing by the hand of Prophet 𝗍𝗿𝗄, and for the very last time, they agreed to give it a try.
They need 20.
In 2017, we were introduced to Prophet 𝗍𝗿𝗄's ministry.
They met the servant of God. He prayed for them as a family, and he gave them a word of prophecy, saying he is seeing them having a child, a baby boy named Samuel.
2018
In 2018, man of God prophesied that he was seeing a baby boy named Samuel.
Shortly after, Mrs. 𝗍𝗵𝗍𝗁 attended the Women of Excellence service, where the man of God called all women looking for the fruit of the womb to go in front. As you can look closely, Mrs. 𝗍𝗵𝗍𝗁 is one of the women on the line believing that she's going to have a fruit of the womb. Upon receiving this fruit, you can see that Mrs. 𝗍𝗵𝗍𝗁 is shaking vigorously.
Why are we doing this? It's in public, and you shall carry your baby in.
And behold, as the word in Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." The woman conceived, and this time around, something extraordinary happened. baby Samuel was born, and now Mr. and Mrs. 𝗍𝗵𝗲 are proud parents. It doesn't matter how long you have survived with your situation. The time for harvest is here. Come to 𝗍𝗵𝗁 for Jesus Crusade with Prophet 𝗍𝗵𝗁𝗲 on 14 and 15 October 2023 at 𝗍𝗵𝗁 Golf Course. Your testimony awaits.
Jesus, higher! Lift Jesus, higher! Somebody